And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the world of Broken Sword. I'm the Black Shadow, and we have managed, with a little bit of help from Nicole, managed to get hold of the tripod from the museum. It was no small feat, and we did get murdered at one time in doing so. But we have the tripod, we have the gem for it, though we don't really know what really next. I mean, we put the gem on the tripod, but nothing really happened. So clearly that it's got to go somewhere. We don't really have many leads to go on at the moment, unfortunately. So it is, I suppose, a bit of a case of just having a bit of an exploration. So we have to do exactly that, I guess. Let's head to the Montfaucon. See if anything has changed over here since a day is now passed. Ooh, hello, look at this. Clowns. That's a bit awkward, everyone.
There was a small crowd of 5 sightseers. It's a weird thing, but you can take the most intelligent people in the world, put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like morons. Why is that?
What? You say some strange things, George.
The juggler was good. Why he couldn't put that kind of application into getting a real job, I had no idea. Maybe he just liked dressing up like a horse's ass.
Damn, George, what side of bed did you get out today? Clean up the side of Nicole. Whoosh! Sorry.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
No. Can I talk with the juggler? Do you want to talk with the juggler? Yeah, we can talk with the juggler.
Hey, you with the balls.
Oui?
This is going to be entertaining.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
Jongleur?
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravitic aeroballetic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so.
No, you're not convinced.
That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
Oh, gosh.
I had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how
What's
difficult
it
could it
going
be?
on? Here we go.
A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Woo! Success!
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not.
Idiot.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, the last Grand Master, Jacques du Molay, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Oops. Sounds familiar, eh? Good times.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Ah, get it. Catch you later. Ah, amazing. Yeah, never mind. So, we've just mutilated ourselves in front of a group of strangers. Good on us.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
This man is mad.
What do you think of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent, most watchable.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So, he is amusing, the traffic isn't. If he
Yeah.
wants to block it, who am I to say no?
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Ah, well.
I kind of don't want to continue down that line of pathing here.
Ah, You are a
I feel like he's gonna
clown.
do something.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one.
Oh.
Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing and not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
Wow, this game has taken a rather sinister tone.
So you're not going to do anything about this guy?
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not
license?
considered.
So what are you going to do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration? What kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
Goodness gracious me. I can't show him this, can I?
What do you know about medieval ironmongery? Have a look at this little baby.
A tripod. What is it for?
You mean you don't know?
No, monsieur. Nor do you, I think.
Thanks.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
So, we've managed to humiliate ourselves in front of a group of people. Superb. I still want to get down that damn sewer. Yeah. Can I do anything more with this guy?
Hi again.
I'm kind of curious.
Oui? What is it this time?
I want to show you some things, alright?
Look, a red nose.
Oh, you say, whoop-de-doo.
Have you seen this man before?
No.
I don't think we get very much out of this. Ha!
It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands.
Oh, come on, George! What's wrong with you? You're getting soft.
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps.
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Here we go.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Here we go, everyone.
Okay, now for my
I
secret
cannot believe
weapon.
this is happening. Here comes the nose. Whoa! And they love it.
The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls
He's not happy.
and left in a fury.
Ha! Damn.
Hey, you forgot one of your balls. Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Ah. 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 Ah.
It was the glass the gendarme had left behind.
Ah. Ah. Well, we've got ourselves a new secret weapon, everyone.
It was the bright red ball I'd got from the juggler.
Apparently, we needed that. We play around with that?
There was no need to take the wine glass.
No? Is it empty?
It was... There was...
Okay, whatever. So I've
I had no...
I've disappointed the crowd, but hey ho. Well, as you can see, the guard has gone. This is good. Maybe we can have a play around with this. Maybe. Don't mind me, George Stobart, sewer inspector. Professional at work. Have faith. That's not it. Let's go down. If I'm not back in 20 minutes, call for my loved ones. And tell them I'm sorry. I should have been a better husband. What am I talking about? A boat. I see a boat. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, fine. Go across, whatever.
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near.
It's like a hook on it or something like that.
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. There was a handle in the boat that fed out chain with a hook on the end.
Interesting. Interesting. So we got some arches here. Let's have a look at these, shall we?
Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
The gallows.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
Very, very interesting, folks. Now, we can play around with this boat by looks of it, folks. Particularly, see that on the end?
A hook dangled from the end of a heavy-duty chain.
Now, clearly, there's something we can do with this.
The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain.
Right, so let's unwind the thing or something. Like so. Now we can pick this up. The only question is, what do we want to do with it? I'm sure you can see where this is starting to go, folks, and that perhaps has something to do with these, perhaps, or something around here that perhaps we can connect the chain to. Maybe we can find something to hook up with the with one of these arches, perhaps. Maybe we need to do something with these first. I'm not too sure. I can't remember exactly how to work this.
There were 3.
Yeah. I know. Now, what's the odds? This is another like frickin', you know.
The recent showers had made the levels rise a little, but at least the place didn't smell so much.
I can't remember how to do this. Probably another like, little pixel hunt that I can't bloody see. That wouldn't surprise me. So we've got 3 arches here, and this one is what is fading away for some reason. Maybe there's something we can do with it? Feels like a clue, everyone. Maybe we can have at it.
Hey, that's hollow. It was time for some brutal destruction.
Yeah, look at that.
I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this.
That's why it was fading away, folks.
Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever.
A lever, eh? Any of these breakable? I don't think they are.
Nothing hollow there.
No. And the other one? Just want to double check.
That sounded pretty solid.
So you can see, folks, that even though there's no like little cogs to say that you can interact with them, doesn't mean you can't use objects on these things. So you've got to bear that in mind. So. Yeah, I know. So what we need to do is we can't...
Here goes.
Oh, here we can.
Hey, cool.
Nice, look at that. It's opened.
Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
Damn.
The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
Maybe there's some way we can try and pry it open, maybe? No. Well, what if we grab this and try and tear the damn thing down, perhaps? Activate this. Yeah, look at that. Nice. What is inside? Whoa. What the hell is this?
It would take a blacksmith or an engineer to do anything with that.
Depending what that is.
The door mechanism was trashed.
Oh, right. So we have found a secret passage.
Boy, had I ever made a mess of that door.
Don't think we can do anything with that anymore, folks. This is decidedly strange.
There was a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
What the hell have we found, everyone?
In the beginning was the end.
What the hell is this?
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Wait a minute.
Report.
That guy on the left.
The military establishment are
green.
in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary...
Isn't that the guy from the hotel?
We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
What the hell is this? A cult?
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order. Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword?
Broken sword?
As we discussed last time,
It
with
is!
the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
You're kidding.
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence!
Whoa!
Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element, actually within Paris.
Huh?
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
What do you mean?
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Name?
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
Huh. A lens, you say? Very, very, very interesting.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The new millennium will belong to us. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princes of this world!
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. And off they go on their merry way. So Marquet was actually a member of the Knights Templar? And he was killed by his own organization. Damn. Well, they have now gone, folks, so I suppose it's a good idea for us to go down and have a look. Huh. Very interesting. The broken sword of Baphomet.
On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases, Non omnis moriar and Clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely, the brighter from the darkness.
I'm glad you can read this shit.
There was a large circle marked out on the floor with a stump in the middle. Around the circle I could see words inlaid into the stone. In the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft of daylight from the world above lancing down to touch it.
Can we do something?
I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
3 small edges, you say?
The water seemed to belong to an underground river or something. It was way too deep to belong to the catacombs.
3 notches in the stump, you say? You don't think 3 notches could be...
In the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft.
And maybe...
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
Maybe we found where we need to be. We put the gem on top. Wow, look at that.
The light falling from above struck the gem, and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Marib, eh? A place, maybe?
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars.
Oh, it's couch time, is it?
They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria. But they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Not a bad idea. So... Marib in Syria, eh? Very good. Very, very good.
Would you like this juggling ball?
Have you been drinking, Georges?
No, why?
Because you're talking crap.
Oh, nice, thanks. So, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's time for us to get on another plane.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
It is a long way, but in the quest of justice, I think it's but a small distance. I was trying to think of another way to make that sound a bit more epic, but unfortunately I have completely failed, everyone. I apologise horrendously. Right. So, I think this is as good a spot to end the video as anywhere, folks. Marib in Syria. While the Templars has gone over to there, we've also got access to here in Spain, the Villa de Vasconcelos, which is the family you guys remember that we heard about that was related to the Templar Manifesto. We might head to the villa actually first before heading over to Marib. I forgot we could head here. But it seems that Klaus has gone over there with some kind of lens, which apparently has more relation. It's some kind of element? However you want to take it. Anyways, folks, next time on Let's Play Broken Sword, we are going international. I'll see you then.